You have options. Sometimes you got to think outside the box, but there are lots of things that you can do. You can ask for a generic. Generics are always cheaper. You can ask for a 90-day script. Sometimes 90-day scripts at places like Walgreens and CVS are a lot cheaper than paying for 30 days. Mail order. A lot of insurance companies and even the local places have mail order now, and they want you to use it. So they offer an incentive, and sometimes those medications can be, whatever they are, can be found cheaper that way. 12-month refills. And I don't know if you have ever tried it, but I have. When you have a chronic condition, especially something like lupus, you are going to be on likely the same med all year. There's always a gold standard. You're going to need that med. And you can ask the doctor, can I have a 12-month prescription? So they give you the prescription with 11 refills. And that saves you a ton of money. It means you don't have to go back to the doctor if you can't afford it every month. It means at least you've got that basic taken care of. Pharmaceutical companies. I put up on the slide pparx.org because they have a database of all medications and the pharmaceutical companies that make them that offer financial assistance. So I don't know if any of you remember the commercial with Montel way back when he had a bus that went from city to city. That was them. They're still around. I believe they're a nonprofit, and it's a huge help. I have friends right now with lupus who get their medications this way. Sometimes your doctor will need to fill out some forms that the pharmaceutical company asks for, but it's a great resource. Cash discounts, always ask because you never know. Some of your doctors may charge a reasonable cost. If you don't have insurance, you need to see a rheumatologist, let's say once every 3 or 6 months. Ask about a cash discount. Office samples, a huge one. All the pharmaceutical companies that are carrying that little bag when they walk into the doctor's office, and you're always waiting for them to come and go, and they have pens with their names all over them. Well, they also have samples that they leave with the doctor. You can ask the doctor about the samples. Sometimes you might not know. Ask the office staff. They usually always know. I remember there was a time I didn't have insurance, and I'm diabetic, and I needed insulin at the time. And I called up my endocrinologist, and I said, is there any, help that you know of? He said, hey, I've got a ton of office samples sitting here in the refrigerator. And he took care of me for an entire year. So always ask. Never be afraid to ask. There are local venues you can go to, religious places, churches, synagogues, mosques, places like that offer help, where they may have a newsletter or an online place that you can type something into and mention. And then there's organizations for the disease you have, like for lupus. There's the Lupus Foundation, and they're really great about pointing you in the direction of local help that you can get, and at least doctors that they know treat lupus and have a lot of lupus patients that you can work with, and they can lead you to places like St. Vincent's and other local assistance, family assistance places that can help you with your costs.